NZ Aerosports, Icarus Canopies, now Gyro. That's right, we've rebranded, and Gyro is our next generation. It honours our founder, as that's the name we knew him by, but Gyro also marks the start of a new chapter. And not to be biased, but it's going to be fucking epic. Long story short, we're more us than ever. So if you're new to the sport, or even a Sky God Ninja Turtle, welcome. I think our valiant leader Lucy, Gyro's daughter, says it best.
And we still got that fuck yeah attitude. Rebrand! Woo!
Rebrand woo indeed, Lucy. Anyway, head over to gyro.com for more info and get amongst you legends.
I was 19, broke, unemployed, and sold my girlfriend's canopy for drug money. So I thought I better sew her a new one. What a sentence, and what a story. This describes the humble yet outrageous beginnings of NZ Aerosports, the home of Icarus Canopies, in the words of our founder himself. From getting a paratrooper toy from his mom, watching parachutes at the DZ as a 6-year-old, jumping off the wharf with a parachute made from bed sheets, doing his first jump at 16, sewing his first canopy on a borrowed machine at 19, and starting to sell parachutes out of a garage in 1986, Paul Gyro Martin had an undying love for the sky. Our company started with one man with the wildest of spirits and a true blue sky dream, a renegade. In the time that Gyro created and ran the Icarus Canopies brand until he passed away in 2017, he pushed everything he had to its limits. We miss him, and we always will. Gyro is the next generation of NZ Aerosports. It honors our founder, of course, because it was the name we all knew him by, but Gyro the rebrand also marks the start of a new chapter, our next jump. Gyro is the space between sound and silence, art and science, chaos and calm. Gyro is a state of epic tranquility that transcends understanding. That moment, in the door, in free fall, mid-swoop, where nothing but the present exists. A perfect balance of euphoria and thrill. Gyro captures our passion for flying and our commitment to designing break-the-fucking-rules canopies that deliver pilots pure, wild flight. Hey gang, so I got a new book out. It's called The Upside of Fear, and it's exactly what you think it's about. It's about the good side of, well, getting scared. In it, we talk not only about the science and biology behind fear, but the psychology as well. And it's not just coming from me, it's coming from some of the best in the sport. Omar Alhigelan, Jeff Provenzano, Maxine Tate, and so many more have contributed their sometimes terrifying stories to the book to help you overcome your fear. So head to the lunaticfringepodcast.com. You're going to find the link to the book there, as well as the other books. It's available in ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook right now.
Coming straight from the cockpit, it's another episode of Lunatic Fringe with the fucking pilot.
Ready, set, go. All right, back in the can for another edition of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, and an in-person fun one. This is going to be good because I know there's a lot of good stories coming my way because you've hit a little bit of everything in the skydiving industry. So tell us, who the fuck are you and what do you do?
My name is Marat Leiras.
Marat
Leiras.
Maha.
But a lot of people read my name in magazines or
Marat.
Or like on the manifest. He's Marat. On the new dropzone, they'd be like, no, it's Marat, but they pronounce Maha.
Maha.
M-A-H-A.
All right. So, Maha, where are you from?
I'm Brazilian.
From Brazil.
Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
So is Maha like a normal name in
No,
in Brazil?
Not at all, man. I was the only Maha in my high school. But
Oh, yeah?
I was in trouble all the time because...
Oh, that's fucked. You can't...
Not like a João or Marcos or anything like a common name in Brazil. And who the fuck is pot on.
Funny.
Funny. Like Marat is the only guy in the fucking school.
Now in Brazil, they've got a whole bunch of different cultures, though, right? So there's lots of Portuguese and
Portuguese, Italian, Syrians, Lebanese. There's
German as well, yeah.
German as well. Like in São Paulo, for example, there's a lot of community. Like the Italian, there's the largest Italian community.
Okay.
There in São Paulo, But I'm from Rio de Janeiro,
Nice.
Yeah, that's a cool
Nice.
place.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
So being from Brazil, does Brazil have a big skydiving community? I mean,
there's a massive drop zone. That's where I came from. My AFF was 400 kilometers away from my hometown.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there was the only tandem facility in 1990.
Okay.
They have only one tandem rig, and it's the only AFF.
Wow.
Classes.
Okay.
And it was in São Paulo, in Boituva. It was the CNP, Capital National Parachute Association.
Okay.
And it was the only civilian airplane for skydivers.
Wow.
Yeah, and then in Rio de Janeiro was only military.
Okay.
And then they have one civilian school.
Okay.
But it was from T10, from round and static line.
Okay.
Because most of the military skydiving training in Brazil is in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
And then
it's all military stuff.
It's all military stuff. And then all the old guys from military
Sure.
open a school. And then all the old gears from the military will be
right.
throwing civilian out of the.
So it's kind of like how the States were in like the 70s and all that. It was a surplus military gear.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then one day we come from a party at the age of 17 and we watch a celebrity jumping tandem in São Paulo. So like, man, I want to do this.
Sure.
And then to make a phone call, we drove hours to get to Boituva, and then we got in touch with one of the instructors, and we did a tandem.
Awesome.
And there was 3 friends, me, João Carlos, and Shadow, to do the tandem. And then we decided on rock, paper, scissors, who was first, who was second, or third, Luckily, I was the second one.
Okay. All right.
And then right at my first tandem, well, the camera guy forgot to open the camera, did not record,
Sure.
free fall, trying to tell the guy, hey, the camera is closed, there's a lens cap on it. And then on the opening, I blew one of the lines.
No kidding.
And then my old friend Shadow could not
Oh, no.
skydive, like it was
because it was one rig.
Gear, That's how I start breaking a line on the first
Fucking hell.
jump. Yeah, man.
Oh, man. So you drive 400 kilometers to go make your first jump. So you didn't get video of it because the guy had a lens cap on, and you busted a line.
And I busted a line.
Wow, and you're not a small guy either. So you guys landed the main?
No, it was not a steering line.
Okay.
We landed the main,
Okay.
But my friend Shadow, it was the third one in line. He could not jump, and then we drove all the way, buzzed with the adrenaline. I said, we want to do this for life. I was like, man, imagine 16, 17 years old, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, boy, I want to do this for living.
Sure.
But me and my old friend, João Carlos, got the buzz of the adrenaline, and my friend Shadow was just sitting in the back seat like, yeah, Maha, you suck. Maha, you suck. We should put you on a last one to go jump out. Yeah, but
Poor Shadow.
Poor Shadow. And then Shadow had to do his first tandem 15 years later.
Jesus. So he didn't get to jump.
He didn't get to jump.
Oh, no.
And then we did all the jumps, you know what I mean? We traveled, we went to U.S., we did all the process
Right.
to become a skydiver, to become a professional skydiver,
Sure.
you know what I mean? And Shadow was watching and said, okay, what can I do? Pack. And he started packing parachute for us.
Right.
You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, so you do this first tandem, and then you drive all the way back home to Rio.
To Rio.
But you got to drive back and forth to do your AFF?
Yep.
Fucking hell, man. That's some dedication.
Oh, man. It was every weekend. Like, every weekend, every time. And sometimes we drove like hours and hours and to get to the São Paulo in Boituva. And it's rain all week long.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of green shit out that way. I'm guessing it rains a little bit.
Oh, man. There was 6 to 7 months to finish my FF course.
Man. Now, what did the family think about this?
Well, I get my father's signature because I was a minor. And,
Sure.
And he was not happy about it, but my mama was super supportive. Like she said, go, is that what you want to do? I don't want to interfere. Go ahead. My mama's really like easygoing on about it because...
Well, that's usually backwards. It's usually the dad that's like, fucking go do it. And the moms are like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, mom was like, no, go. Most of the time, my mom always supporting me and my sister and saying to do whatever we want to do because that's what she grew up,
Sure.
like it.
Now, before skydiving, was there a plan for you? I mean, you were 17 years old, so you're kind of young.
Go to school, go to a law school. I used to work on a bank. My father started on a bank. My father, before he passed away, he retired as a director of a national bank in Brazil. And then he started so very young on a bank as well. And then when he retires, I started the same way too. I started a mail boy, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then I become a cashier, and I become before I quit,
Right.
quit the national bank. It was Banco Nacional. It was the same bank sponsored Ayrton Senna.
Okay.
Before I quit that, I ended up as a manager of a collection manager.
Oh, Jesus.
Calling people, say, hey,
You
owe us.
Oh, what a...
I was like, you know what?
You had to be miserable.
I was miserable, man. And the people come, oh, no, my family needs this. We had a problem. And you have it, you're like, no, we're going to, because they have the system of collection, the system in Brazil. And then you put like your social security on the red. And you cannot get anything.
Yep.
Nothing. Can never have credit card, bank account, or ID or passport. Or if you get in a blacklist, because you don't pay your money.
That's a horrible. All the way around, that's fucking horrible. Because I've been the one that's broke. I've
Not
been,
only you, but Fred.
Oh yeah, I've been the one with the collection agencies going, "Fucker, pay us our money," and me going, "I don't have there's nothing you can get out of me." But it's got to be horrible being the guy making that phone call, because if you have a heart, any kind of a heart, that's got to be fucking.
Yeah,
hard.
man. It took me only a month to say, "No, fuck this shit. I'm gonna leave on skydive."
Yeah,
and then I quit and I went to a small restaurant inside Skydive Resende in Rio de Janeiro. Beautiful place, only 100 kilometers away from Ipanema Beach, where I used to live with the dropzone owner and my uncle Acrisio. You know what I mean? Like during the week, doing my school.
Sure.
On the weekend, going back to Resende and do my skydiving. It was amazing times.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? In the middle of right between Rio and São Paulo, one of the biggest cities in Brazil. And then I was there, 21, with a restaurant.
I mean, come on.
AFF instructor, cameraman, coach.
So you got straight into it.
Straight.
So you did your tandem, you did your AFF, and how did you push towards becoming a working skydiver? What'd you do for that?
I started with cameraman.
Okay, like a lot of us.
I was at the drop zone, packing, helping, because it was back in the 90s, it was not many drop zones open, and in Rio de Janeiro opens, and then they need help.
Sure.
And then I came on. I work at Manifest, I work packing, and then later on when the drop zone, Cessna drop zone started moving on, and then the owners of Skydive Resende opened a team, a 4-way team, and they need help. And then I start filming.
Nice.
1, 2, 3 jump, and then boom.
That was kind of what happened with me as well. I had found out that, all right, fuck, I'm a skydiver, but now what? Because it's expensive, and I'm like, all right, I got to find a way to jump without destroying myself financially. And everybody said the same thing. Put a fucking camera on your head, go shoot your friends for free, then go shoot your friends for jump tickets, and then try and get a job. But I was lucky because I worked Vegas and I worked the wind tunnel in Vegas, and learned to fly camera in that tunnel. So they'd let me fly around with my camera helmet, shooting video of people, and it was
Lucky bastard.
yeah, man, I was so lucky. Well, I ended up going and the first ever video of a tandem that I shot was for a drop zone called Outlaw Skydiving in Vegas, and they fucking full on work because I'd have to look at my logbook to see the jumps, but I had less than 50 jumps the first time I shot a tandem video.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it was like 5 jumps after I shot my first tandem video that me and my buddy at the time, Kevin Love, were doing a 28,000 foot tandem with a fireman shooting video.
Oh my God.
Without any fucking bailout oxygen. We only had supplemental in the plane.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I was too early in the sport and too young and dumb to know just how stupid that jump really was. So I got lucky shooting the video, but I didn't want to be an instructor. Was instructing something you wanted to do?
No, I want to do anything they related to skydiving. Anything, man.
Nice.
Like back in the day, it just whatever take me out there, I do
Nice.
it. Yeah.
So it started out with video, and you were shooting for a 4-way team. Is that what it was?
4-way teams and then tandems right away, and then EFF. And then right after, in 97, the drop zone owner, my good friend João Carlos, the drop zone owner until today, he got all his money, he saved up for his family money, he bought a King Air. And then
Wow.
he started build the drop zone in Rio de Janeiro. And then in 95, 6, 7, until I moved out of Brazil, Brazil used to have only Cessnas. And then King Air come up and then change the whole picture of the sport in Brazil,
man.
like AFF, 4-way from São Paulo, Minas Gerais, the other part from northeast of Brazil start to come down to Rio de Janeiro, and then we sell it on AFF only with video
Yeah.
to fill up the plane.
Yeah, man.
Everybody used to have that mentality of a Cessna, only 5 on board. And now we have like 12 souls on board on a King Air. They fly freaking
Oh, yeah.
like a rocket.
Oh, yeah.
And,
That's it.
And then I was in every single load, 3 gears. Shadow man packing for me like crazy, and I was in every single load from load 1 to load 5 until you shut down for fuel.
Yeah.
And then my friend João Carlos implemented the idea to hot fuel.
Yep.
Fucking imagine a man on top of a King Air, and then with because the tank of the King Air is right behind
just behind the prop.
Yes. The guy sits like a horse, you know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you sit in a horse, one
Straddling
leg
it.
and struggling with the freaking tank, and he's blue, and he bought the fastest pump in America. And then it took like 15 minutes to
Yeah.
fill it up both tanks.
Jesus.
And the pilot inside eating the sandwich and
Yep.
drinking water, you know what
yeah.
I mean? And then boom, another 4 loads,
It's crazy, right?
And then crazy, my God, GPS, we didn't have
Right.
cloud, no problem.
Yeah.
GPS, I have more than 1,000 jumps above the cloud and without see the ground.
Jesus.
Deploying in the middle of the cloud. There was a wait the clouds and then see the ground and then dump. It was.
Yeah, I've got a few of those, but not too many. All my jumping back then was in the States, so
Yeah, States more control, it seems.
a little bit.
But Brazil, we learn a lot of our mistakes.
Sure.
And then.
Well, and especially when you're moving at that pace. I had the same thing when I was working for Skydive Las Vegas and just shooting video. We were required as camera guys to have 3 rigs. Because we had to do 3 back-to-backs, and this was fucked. The camera guys had to do 3 back-to-backs and then pack all 3 of their rigs and then get on another 3 and then pack 3. And then at the end of the day, edit all the videos.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Those were the days when you got home and you didn't even make it to your bed. You just passed out on the way.
Yeah, so exactly.
Oh, yeah.
How many nights I was editing videos, bro?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
There was no computer or anything. It's just like VHS tapes.
That's it.
Music, one foot on the play of one of the hand on the play of the remote control for the camera and record on the VCR.
You'd get so good at it, though, right?
Oh, man. After 500 of those.
Oh, yeah. Well, it finally got to the point where, because I was the 3rd string cameraman man, when I got hired on there, and a guy by the name of Danny Kuhn and Steve Werner, both of them awesome camera flyers at the time, were the 1 and 2 on the drop zone, and they had done their time in the editing booth. And we got paid $5 a video to edit, but they were just done with it. Fuck, we're making enough money. I don't want to edit videos. So I ended up doing all the editing for all three of us. So I'd finish the day, and then I'd go edit like 30-something videos a night. But you'd get so fucking good at it, you would just all of a sudden you're stopping, not even remembering having done the edit, but it's done perfect. Yes. To the same song I did Lenny Kravitz Fly Away.
My God. Joe Satriani.
Yeah, man, on like 10,000 fucking videos. And that's
Suicide the Blonde.
Yeah, man, all that tacky shit, and of course Free Fallin'. You had to put Free Fallin' for the slow-mo section that you were required to do. Oh yeah, all that crap. But hey, it got the bills paid.
Oh yeah, man.
Right?
I pay all my coach jumps and my gears. That was always my dream about to get a new gear, and then like, I want a gear, measure my colors and everything.
Right.
Doing that pays off.
Well, and you and I, it sounds like we're coming up around the same time, because this is also when shit was really kicking off in the States. The Flyboys and the Free Fly Clowns and Omar. And this is when what we consider to be old-fashioned skydiving, but it was the birth of modern skydiving, delivering pizzas all over the sky, but the most amazing shit. What a great time to start jumping, right?
Oh my God.
And the canopies, fuck, you remember when everybody wanted a stiletto, and the manufacturer put out that you have to have 500 jumps.
Yep, 500 jumps.
Which, of course, made every fuckstick with 100 jumps desperately want one of those canopies, because if you had to have 500, it must be so badass.
Yeah, I don't know you in America, but in Brazil, you used to have the racers.
Oh, yeah.
And then everybody wants to have the smallest gear.
Yep. Oh,
and
yeah.
then when the people put it like Neo S.
Yep.
Like over the shoulder,
Yep.
small, and everybody was shoving a freaking stiletto 103, 120.
Well, that was the thing, right? Is you wanted the smallest goddamn rig in the world because it made you look like a badass. It's not because it was practical in any way. If anything, the smaller rigs that I jumped, come deployment time, I'm having to reach halfway up my fucking back to get your pilot chute.
Yoga.
It's just not comfortable. Well, and at some point, I think everybody woke up and went, "Oh, I shouldn't have a sub 100 square foot reserve, maybe."
Yeah.
When you're 220 rolling out the door and you've got a teeny itty bitty little reserve, maybe that's not such a good idea.
No, not a smart time either. But
yeah,
we all learned from that.
We sure as hell did. Now, how did you end up leaving Brazil and going to the States?
Yeah, in 1999, the economy started very bad in Brazil. Like the presidents and the change of in the right and left. Republicans and fucking whatever. And then I was living a life, King Air, doing fucking 20 loads on the weekend, and I was making a lot of money with the restaurant in the drop zone, coaching in the EFF jumps, tandems. And I was already in Brazil, in US, in the land before. When I finished my EFF in 92,
okay,
91, I grabbed all my savings, family savings, and I traveled with João Carlos, the guy I jumped tandem for the first time.
Nice.
To go see Disneyland, Mickey Mouse. Mom and Dad was like, "Yeah, go."
All right.
Disneyland, a dream of any Brazilian.
Sure.
And then I never saw it.
Never saw Disneyland?
Disneyland.
Got stuck in the land.
We stuck in the land. And we did like 35 101 basic body fly with Tom Pyres before he passed away.
Okay.
I was the first Brazilian doing the basic body fly training camp with Tom Pyres and Ricardo Petena.
Wow.
And we did.
Sure.
When we got back to Brazil, I was flying better than a man with a new technique, a box position.
Right.
Better than my AFF instructor.
Did you tell Mom and Dad what a great time you had with Mickey Mouse?
Of course. No, he would stop in front of Magic Kingdom and take a photo of. Me and my buddy.
Of
In front of
course.
Magic Kingdom.
Of course, you'd have to.
Yeah, you know. It then after that, I met the drop zone owner because we are like friends with Ricardo. Ricardo was already live
Right.
in the land, and then we become friends. And one of the trips, Bob Howlett and Mike McGowan, my dog,
McGowan, yeah.
and Ricardo came to Brazil to do some seminar, and they jumped out of a King Air in my home drop zone. We had a chance to hang out, had a chance to hang out with those sky gods,
Right.
you know, and become friends. We took them to samba in Brazil, you know, a little party,
Right.
you know. And in 97, I was part of the Rio de Janeiro national team,
Oh, wow. Okay.
sponsored by the national team, the national federation.
Okay.
And we are saved top money, and we went to the land to do a training camp, and they fly the Skyventure, the only Skyventure
Right.
in the world, right, with the South African team. Like in Arizona, did not have the Skyventure yet. The only Skyventure was the first was Orlando Skyventure.
Sure, sure.
And we went there. We did like 10 hours at the wind tunnel, and then we did 50 jumps
Oh, wow.
at the skydive the land, and then become friends, you know.
Sure.
And then we did another season, another year, and then 99, 97, 89, the economy started to crash.
Right.
And then when you have the taste, man.
Sure. Yeah. You got to get back there.
Like, say I could not stay here anymore. Like, I put my backpack, grab my camera, and not even contact Bob Howlett. I just,
Well, you knew though. But I mean, that's the great thing about skydiving, right?
Yeah.
I mean, once you're in the community, there's somewhere for you to go.
Yes.
For sure. And especially if it's back to a drop zone that you've done that much time and you've spent that much time with that specific part of the community, you can kind of show up and go, okay, how do I get started? Where do I go? So would you go out there and start shooting video and doing tandems and stuff?
Man,
or?
I was sit in a chair over there, wait for my time.
Right.
Become friends with Jimmy Tranter, Hunter Roberts, Gus Wing, Norman Kent, like Marianne Kelly. I see all this
Sure.
phenomenon, like all skydiving magazine, the pictures of all these guys, you know, sit over there and wait my time, you
Sure.
know, and slowly, I pack, I clean plane, cut the grass,
Right.
whatever, helping moving houses, you know, making friends,
Sure.
being friendly, you know, and
I think that's a phenomenon on every single drop zone on the planet. Is chances are the guy sweeping the hangar or mowing the lawn or walking the fucking dog is probably the most excited skydiver on that drop zone. We had a guy who I've actually had on the podcast, a guy by the name of Will that was a hardcore jumper. Him and Selwyn Facey were jumping together as a team at Skydive Cross Keys. And those two were the ones that were cleaning up the drop zone. And they would be the first ones up in the morning, no matter how big the party was the night before, emptying garbage cans, sweeping the hangar, and they were on every fucking load. They were just psyched to be jumping. And it was amazing to see, because if you'd asked most of the staff, would you clean the hangar to be able to jump? Fuck no. No way. You know, but these guys were so motivated. You have to be. But I suppose there's extra motivation for you because you've left home to chase this. I mean, that's a big decision.
yeah, that was not easy, you know, when you have a, you know, good life after you get to taste,
Sure.
you know, to have nice things, to do good things, you know,
Sure.
and then suddenly you are stuck, and then there's no flight, there's no money,
Yeah.
there's no food on the table, you know, asking for to hitchhike to go back to see Armada in Rio de Janeiro. It was
Yeah, man.
really dramatic for me, and then luckily I have some friends that help me with my airline ticket.
Nice.
I arrived in US with $100 in my pocket, bro.
Holy shit.
And then like, and that ticket is like for 30 days.
Right.
And if nothing happened, I'll be going back home.
Right.
You know, I say, Mom, that's my car. That's the power of attorney. That's-
Right.
Here we go. I'm going to try. If it doesn't happen, I'll be back in 30 days.
Now, did you? Obviously, it worked out because you ended up staying there. But did you overstay your visa?
Never.
Really?
You have no idea how lucky I was.
Holy shit.
Man, I get there, and the first week it was tough. And then 3 weeks later, I met Nancy from owner of the jump shack.
Okay.
And I was a good friend with some Venezuelan friends, Alejandro Ramos, Daniela, Francisco Neri.
Okay.
And then they have Carlos, who today is a phenomenal free flyers in U.S. today.
Sure.
It was working in Venezuela. And I was having how I'm going to renew my visa to stay longer.
Right.
And then say, hey, Maha, we're going, Venezuela is doing a boogie. Do you want to come and shoot a video for us?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That was my first.
So you were like down to the last couple of days before your visa runs out.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Awesome.
They're like, sure. And then we travel. And they have Irene from Norway and Pedro Aspe, one of our instructors at the Skydiving Land.
Awesome.
And we all went to Venezuela, being treated like rock star. The organizers say, what do you want to do? Do you want to do tandem videos or you want to do big waves video? What you choose? And then my head goes, ching, ching.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to stay with the tandems.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really? Tandems. And then twin order.
Oh, yeah.
And we are up and down. Like
Easy. It's easy. Easy and fun.
We're using fun. And then after 10 jumps of tandems, it's like, how can I now go free fly with Alejandro and the guys? Sure, free fly. Oh, can I film Pedro organizing? Big ways, boom, picture. And then I come home, pictured on the cover of Skydive magazine, you know what I mean? Yes. And then I start to build my name.
Sure.
You know, on the community. And then saved up. And then when the visa was about to expire, I was travel a little bit. One time I went to Mexico.
Okay.
On the way back, they stopped me. They put on the room to check all.
Really?
I say, how do you do? They say, no, my father's rich. Look, I skydive around the road.
Right.
I don't need to work. There was one point, the search was so bad. They grabbed my agenda, and they open like this. Oh, skydive the land. He look at me, the office, immigration office, look at me and say, if I call this number and ask if you're a good employer, they're going to say you're not employer. So sure, call them. Call them. Luckily, nobody answers.
Well, that's the funny thing is, I mean, I'm born and raised in California, and I traveled all around the U.S. jumping for a long time, but I worked with more people from more places around the world because it's, you know, it's the U.S. It's been Mecca for skydiving because the weather's generally good. There's a lot of business. But I worked with so many illegal aliens.
Oh, man. Not only you, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, everybody. It was just kind of one of those things. In fact, one of my good friends and, well, a lot of people's good friends named Rob Stanley was from Canada and jumped in Cross Keys forever. And I think he was illegal the entire time I knew him. I mean, he was just, fuck yeah, I can't get in trouble. I better not get pulled over because I'm not here legally for ages. You know that. So I'm impressed that you never overstayed a visa.
No, I never overstayed a visa. Thanks God, man. I was lucky.
Yeah.
I was lucky. Like I did not. And I was on point. I have my trailer at the dropzone. You know what I mean? Starting to get like very comfortable.
Sure.
And then when it's time to get out, like, oh man, close. Give the key to my old friend Josh. He was illegal as well. 10 years illegally.
10 years.
10 years. Josh. Boom. That's the key, man. If I don't come, you have a trailer to stay, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time, man.
So now, where did you do your AFF stuff?
In Brazil.
Okay, so you did that in
Yes, I
Brazil.
did
So
in Brazil. I'm not a AFF instructor in the U.S. And I'm not USPA AFF instructor. I'm
Okay.
only coach.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So where did you meet Sparkles? For anybody that doesn't know, I call his wife Sparkles.
Oh, man, that's a good story. Like the land in summertime, it gets slow on 408 teams and tandems because it's freaking hot.
Sure.
And then a friend of mine, Josh, that was about to give the trailer.
Right.
And then he went up north of Michigan to do a tandem. When he got there, he got stressed out about the operation because it was 206 and a 182 wide body and a lot of students. And Desmond, the owner of the dropzone, like very particular for everything, video, photo, the way to treat the customer. They would have like too much for Josh. And he called me and I was like, in Thailand, no jobs, no work, no money. Maha, have a great opportunity for you.
Hey, you're welcome. Fuck you.
He left before I arrived.
Oh, of course he did. Oh, no.
So when I arrived in Michigan, I say, where is Josh? No, he left 3 days ago. But 3 days ago, he told me to come here.
Yep.
And then I started dropzone with work with video with that, and Jennifer was start skydive, and then we click, we become friends. That was the first season, and in the second season, I went back there and we hooked up.
So it didn't go so bad.
No,
You didn't have a problem with the owner.
no, I never have a problem with him. I have a problem with the airport manager because I was swooping the tower all the time I come down. Until he come and he shout and Dad's coming to me and he grounded me for a week because I was swooping the tower.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was, well, like I was going.
So Jennifer was a skydiver at the time.
No, Jennifer has 240 jumps.
Really?
Bro. Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, we
I've never
started
seen her under nylon.
Yeah.
Sparkles, you've been holding out on me. I didn't know she jumped.
Yeah, she jumps, man. And then we hooked up, we make some jumps together. I started to coach her seat fly, and one time we went to Traverse City, the place she used to work and live. And then it was funny story, and like when I proposed her, I said, listen, I was about to get illegal in the country. It was like a week, 2 weeks until I got to start to get the status of illegal immigrant.
All right.
And then I already visited her, was hooking up, and then she told me, I say, listen, I'm gonna stay illegal in this country. I love you. I wanna be with you. I don't give a fuck about immigration. If I'm gonna be legal here, quiet. No, she's like, no. As American from up north, I said, no, we cannot do that.
All right.
I say, I have an idea. Do you love your job? She's like, I hate my job. She was a dental hygienist.
Oh, Jesus. Now that I can imagine.
Yeah, she's a dental hygienist. Have her own house. Her life was set. Like,
And then you showed up.
Like, do you love skydive? She's like, yeah, I love skydive. Do you love your job? I hate my job. What about the 6 months of winter time you have here? You cannot see the sun. It's like, I hate the weather. Say, marry me. Move to the land. I have nothing to offer.
That's a great proposal.
I have a little house. I have a little trailer. One bedroom, little trailer, It's very simple. You marry me, I stay legal, stay together. And then I sing it to her. Dun, 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 dun. Instead, I confused in my head
awesome.
what it was.
That's awesome.
He's like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, wrong one.
Wrong one.
Yeah, you're singing the Death March.
Death March.
Now, did you have the dreadlocks back then?
Yes, I have the dreadlocks.
So she's a fan of the dreadlocks.
She's a fan of the dreadlocks.
Well, those things come down to your ass about now, don't they?
Yeah, man, it's been 20 years.
Yeah, because you've always got them up.
Yeah.
What was the choice with the dreadlocks? Did it start with the whole skydiving thing and kind of that vibe?
No, because I work in the bank, I have to have a clean shave, clean cut.
Sure.
And then I decided to become a skydiver. It is to have the clean shave, the clean cut. And then in 1999 for the millennium, the change of the millennium.
Right.
Me and my old friend Shadow was super drunk, high as shit on the beach.
Awesome.
It is the millennium. Let's shave, and then we shave zero.
Right.
And let's never cut our hair again and grow dreadlocks. You say, I'm on it.
Nice.
Let's change our perspective of
Well, and this was also too. This was the still the years of like Charles Bryan.
Yeah.
When he's Free Fly Clowns, and the iconic videos, the Chronicles videos where he's got the mask on and he's flying with the dreads behind him and the hockey jerseys and shit. That was an iconic look. We came up during I hate to call it the dirtbag skydiving phase, but it was back when your jumpsuit and rig were dirty.
Yeah.
That meant you were a good skydiver.
I'm on that video. You know that?
Are you really?
Yes.
No
man.
shit.
Yes,
You're one of the
man.
trackers in that.
Not tracks, but
Oh, the flockers.
No.
No.
One year, we took the King Air to Espírito Santo to organize a bug. That's what happened. King Air was the only private
Right.
turbo engine airplane for skydiving in Brazil. All the drop zones I was hiring the King Air.
Sure.
And then João Carlos, my good friend, my brother, you know, he was taking the King Air all over Brazil for booking, and he take everything with him. Cameraman, manifest, PA system, dog, motorcycle inside motorcycle inside the king, and we travel and crazy. Most of the time we were overweight.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And then like some landing area, some airports, the runways are short. You know what happened?
Tell me you jumped out.
Yes, many times. How many times?
We're too heavy, everybody out.
Everybody out. How many times we arrive in Espírito Santo for boogie, and then low pass, sometimes even 13,000 feet pass.
Yeah.
Open the door, we climb out, we close the door of the King Air, and the 3-4 of us.
And now he's not overweight.
Not overweight.
Oh, that's
and
good.
then,
Dude, that's perfect.
it was a great time, you know.
That is a skydiver fucking fix to that. So where did you end up in that?
And then there was a boogie in Vitória do Espírito Santo. And then Charles Bryan was invited to come as a coach and load organize with Sabiá. And it was the beginning of the basing jump.
Yeah.
Life in US everywhere.
Yeah. For sure.
And then they had in Espírito Santo, there's a bridge over the water. 80 meters
Oh, wow.
bridge. And when the book finished, it was time the party started. And then like, oh yeah, Sabiá, André, one of our friends, the first base jumper in Brazil, is gonna jump out of the third bridge in Vitória. And I'm inside watching them packing, you know, like, oh man, I want to do this too. And I look like on the side of the as a decoration in the living room, there was a Wonder Hog.
Nice.
With a cruise light from France.
Right.
Inside. And I look, can I use that? Sabiá, Charles, can I use that gear to jump with you guys? It's above the water.
Right.
Sure. Me and my friends tried to figure it out. We moved the reserve. We packed the cruise light without the PC attached.
Right.
You know, on the bag. We leave the bag with Sabiá on the top. I was the first one out. Direct bag from and then become on the tape.
Hey,
if you look at the Chronicles 2.
I'm going to have to watch that again because I can picture the exact section that you're talking about, but I want to see that again.
Yeah, like I have the afro was not dreadlocks yet. There was an afro guy jump out of the third bridge.
I think it's funny that you guys shaved your head and decided we're never going to cut our hair again, kind of to get away from the clean cut stuff. When I had Bill Booth on the podcast, I asked him about the beard, of course, because everybody knows fucking Bill's beard. And it was the same thing. He's like, no, I had to do this, and this my whole life. And I just said, fuck it, I'm never shaving for anybody again. And now we got Bill's amazing beard.
Yeah, famous actually, man.
Yeah. Well, come on. I mean, again, you started your tandems. I don't know if you guys had to watch the video. That fucking video of him sitting there.
Welcome, I'm the president of
a relative workshop with the horrible wood paneling behind him and the desk and everything.
That was his office.
Yeah, and
until today.
It's funny because I had made when I was at Cross Keys, I made this poster for him. I took a Lord of the Rings poster and superimposed Bill's face on one of the characters and put parachutes and shit everywhere, and I called it Lord of the Three Rings. And apparently that's still hanging in that office to this day,
Really?
which I just think is the funniest fucking thing in the world. But I'm sure you had to do the same thing. You'd push play on the VCR to show the people that were getting ready to do the tandems, and every time the picture would cut to him, people are like, what the fuck is ZZ Top is teaching us how to every time. It was amazing.
Yeah, man.
It was so much fun.
That was a good time.
Well, but yeah, so it's funny that you guys have got that parallel as well, and all around that same time too.
Yeah.
So you and Sparkles take off to the land.
Take off. Now, first she came for Thanksgiving. You know?
Okay, so
came
she visited first.
She visited
Smart
first.
girl.
She visited first. You know what I mean? She came for Thanksgiving. You know, like, and then God bless Bob Hollett, man. That was my favorite times in the land is Christmas and Thanksgiving. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the drop zone closed. All the picnic table from outside the drop zone, he put on a packing mat. All the families
Awesome.
come from all the states because we all skydive.
Sure.
And the families from skydive the land come, and he cook the turkey. You know what I mean? Wine, and we are all sit as a big family.
Amazing.
And like
Amazing.
amazing. You know what I mean? I didn't have my family. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a foreigner, and we all sit together and we talk. Bill Booth come, John LeBlanc come, John LeBlanc's family, everybody's family, the owner industry, the owner of the Neptunes, all the families.
Sure.
The community come, and then we sit and we celebrate Thanksgiving at the drop zone. And Jennifer had a chance to come.
How awesome is that? What a great introduction to something like that. I mean, she was a jumper, but to get that kind of a huge introduction to the real outside community of it, that's amazing.
Yes, it was. And plus, she had a chance to jump out for the sky van.
Right?
She's like, oh my God, I can't stand up on this plane. And
Awesome.
then we jumped a few times out of the sky van, you know, and then I jumped from the 206.
Nice. Yeah.
But when you talk to her about the 206, she loved the 206 because she was feeling more powerful because they have a rolling door,
Nice.
you know, to climb out the 206.
Well, and I don't know about you, but I always enjoyed jumping the Cessnas. The only thing I didn't like about the Cessna was the ride to altitude.
Yeah.
But it was a big jungle gym. I mean, I'm sure you, like
Yes.
everybody else that jumped Cessnas, tried to hook their feet over the leading edge of the
Yeah.
wing and hang upside down. And the first jump that I ever did, my camera flyer went and hung off the tire, which I still have never seen again to this day. But he was literally double gripped on the rubber of the tire, waiting for me to come over the top of him. Because I remember looking down at him thinking, what an idiot. He's hanging from the tire of an airplane, you know. No, I love those things. They were fun.
It was fun, yeah.
The 45 minutes to altitude
No,
sucks.
Yeah, but then after that we talking a lot. We used to talk three times a day on the phone, and then like, okay,
That's it.
I think I'm ready. And then I flew to Traverse City. She quit her job. She put her condo for sale. All her stuff on the storage unit. We get married in the courthouse.
Awesome.
With my friend Trevor and her friend, I don't remember her friend's name. It was her. And we packed the car she had, a little white Cavalier with a dog. The land
Awesome.
on the trailer.
Awesome. Well, now this was what year?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2004, I think. 2003.
2003. And now you're all these years later, and how many kids now?
2 kids.
2 kids, boys and girls?
A girl, 13 years old girl, and a 9 years old boy.
Yeah, I see the videos. They're awesome.
Man, love of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So is that what stopped Jennifer from jumping? Because she doesn't jump anymore, does she?
No, she was not dealing with the nylon very well.
Okay.
You know, she used to have a PD 7 cells,
Sure.
and then she started jumping the land, and then she started working for Relative Workshop
Nice.
with Bill Booth and Rose Sigmund.
Nice.
And She got a brand new gear because she worked for a little shop.
Sure.
You had a free gear if you work for the manufacturer. She got a new gear, new suit, and then when she got a Sabre 2 150, there was nothing feeling.
Gotcha.
It was too fast.
Sure.
And then I said, I'm gonna get hurt with this, and then she started to jump less and less and less and less until she like, I wanna get kids.
Sure.
And then,
well, I mean, that's a smart choice, though. I mean, not that she's not a sharp cookie, because she is, but to be able to, recognize, hey, this is a little bit above my skill set or my comfort level anyway, and to slowly back it off. And then, of course, the choice to have kids. I'm a big fan of when the kids come around, it's time to reevaluate stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And then coming from a small drop zone, or when the jump is only on the weekend, seasoning,
Sure.
and then going for intimidate. You're going to a big drop zone,
Oh, yeah.
of the land, and that drop zone going on Monday to Monday.
Scary shit.
Man, and to see people get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And to see people dying, you know what I mean? And like, it's intimidating.
Oh, yeah, man. I went from a Cessna drop zone and would do my weekend drives down to Paris Valley. And I think I'd probably been in the sport for not quite 6 months by the time I went to the first big drop zone, which was Paris. And Paris at the time was fucking cranking. The flyboys were on every other load. And super intimidating. I just wanted to go do a solo and leave me alone, so I can stay away, because it's kind of scary. Now, I want to transition into one of the coolest stories that you had told me before, which was you got the chance to do a really super fucking cool jump back home.
Yeah.
I want to hear about this.
Yeah.
So how did this come? Tell everybody, first off, where you got to jump and how it all came about.
2015, I got invited by the president of a school samba in Brazil called Portela.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are familiar with Brazil is very famous of carnival,
Yeah.
party, and football.
Yes.
And today is recognized as the martial art of the world.
Absolutely. Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu, correct. And I was home, a good friend of mine, Gui Pardo, called me and say, Marat, I have this opportunity. It's one in a lifetime. We're going to open the Carnival of Rio de Janeiro.
Fucking hell.
I say, what? Yes. It's going to be a night jump in the middle of the city. We're going to open the Carnival. Do you want to come in? I don't have much to offer. I will pay you accommodation, but you have to be here. All the expenses here, you got to get paid. Man. I work myself around, get the ticket, travel to Brazil, to my home country, after 3.5 years without seeing my country.
Wow.
Arrive on the Wednesday. The jump will be on the Saturday, Carnival.
It's insane.
Insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, it was crazy. We arrived. We did. I say, man, I need to do it because I need to jump. I cannot jump my own parachute. I have a Portela gear, Portela parachute, jumpsuit, helmet, everything match the school samba.
Sure.
And we did one jump over the beach just to fly the canopy. We wait 2 days.
Oh, fuck.
And then we went on the Hobson, to Hobson. For two passengers.
Yeah.
No, 4 passengers. Hobson, I don't remember, 24, I don't know. And then we went to Portela jump.
Right.
At the international, we boarded the international airport of Rio de Janeiro.
That's awesome.
We didn't have, like, today you see all this fireworks people jumping with. One of the jumpers, Arthur Zanella, he grabbed one of those, for 4th of July fireworks. He tied a pull-up cord from Performance Design, and he grabbed, matches. Matches, and then he glued like 10 matches around the part you light the fireworks for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then we have a match inside the sleeve. When you open the canopy, you pull the sleeve, pull the matches out of the sleeve, grab the fireworks from your feet, light the freaking fireworks, and then you install the brakes,
Right.
and you're going for land on the avenue in the middle of the city.
Jeez.
With more than 70,000 people watching a live there, and millions of people worldwide
Oh, yeah.
watch the television.
How crazy is that?
Oh my God, man. I don't know if you had a chance to see the YouTube video.
I've seen the video, yeah. I was blown away.
I land. I was in my knee.
Yeah.
I thank you for the public. Thank you, God. And I start bawling, crying,
Yeah.
man. The emotion of people screaming and then people party. Oh my God.
Well, especially because you hadn't been home for 3.5 years.
Yes.
And I mean, you've got to miss home because you've been traveling a long, long time. You're like me. A lot of your adult life has been spent moving around.
Correct.
So it's got to be super emotional that you're not just home, but you're home to do something that, how many people did that jump?
Oh, that was 4.
Yeah, so 4 people on the fucking planet that have ever done what you did. Not to mention, I don't care where you're at, landing in front of 7 people, let alone 70,000 people.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then if you know, the samba is a competition between 15 school sambas. And then the last day of the carnival, on Tuesday, there's the champions parade. Only top 4 had a chance to jump again. And then Portela took second place. I had to do it again.
Awesome.
And then I was become friend with the president of Portela. And I told him, man, I want my mother to watch me landing.
Yeah.
And he got me a VIP pass for my mother. He had put on a boot on a box right in front of the landing area where I was to land. I come down hard and fast.
Sure.
Landing exactly at the point I was supposed to land. She was in the boot with the eyes this big. I had a chance to do a heart for her.
Sure.
And blow her a kiss.
Well,
And that was...
How cool is that, considering that out of both your parents, she was the one that supported your dream to go out and skydive.
Yeah.
And here you just, in one skydive in the most spectacular fashion, just validated her choice in the biggest way. That's my son doing what he's dreamed about since he was this big, and it was my permission that got him there.
Yeah.
How fucking cool.
That was the highlight of my career. One of my highlights of my career, man.
Yeah.
It was...
Hey, isn't it funny? It's not the records or the medals or anything like that. It's stuff like this that seems to be the biggest highlights. The biggest highlights of my career has nothing to do with this jump or that jump specifically, but it's usually community or something that I felt because of a jump. Yeah. So this for you being back home and your mom and back in Brazil, I mean, that's fucking spectacular.
I'm crying. Bring me tears to my eyes just to remember that time.
I'll bet.
What you doing to me, man. Wow.
Well, and how cool, too, for your kids. I mean, they've been born abroad and lived abroad. And how cool is it for them to be able to see Dad doing something like that? I mean, that's awesome. That really is. Jen must have been bursting at the seams, too.
Yeah, she was like very proud of myself, you know.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's that kind of stuff that makes what we get to do so fucking special.
Yes.
So special. So I always ask people as we get towards the end of the podcast, I want you to give advice to people. And the advice is this. For people just getting started in the sport, what advice do you give to them for what direction to go, how to stay safe? And for old fuckers like us that might be thinking, I don't know if skydiving excites me that much anymore. What advice do you give to them?
Keep your heads out of the water. No, you know, I see a lot of kids today. They are so easy now with wind tunnels every country.
Yeah.
Like they have a freaking wingsuit tunnel now, bro.
Yes, they do.
You can become a sky god in a month if you have the money and time.
Yep.
Keep your heads out of the water. go talk to people like us. But talk and listening.
Yeah.
Because what I see today, they don't have good listeners.
A lot of them aren't.
They're not good listeners. You try to give them a free advice.
Right.
Back in the day, I have to pay $100 a fucking hour to Tom Paris to teach me box position.
All right.
I'm trying to give them free advice so they can be safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can save his life. I don't give a fuck what I have to say, bro.
We're the old guys. When did you think that was going to happen?
Yeah, my wife told me the other day, Ma, you are Gus Wing now. I said, no. Yeah, you're Gus Wing now. How many times Gus Wing come to me when I was in the land, try to do a carving. I want to do a 180-degree carving on a stiletto 120 coming hot.
Right.
And he said, you bozo. You bozo. He gave me so many advices about it. And
Sure.
I was like, oh, yeah, Gus Wing. God bless his soul.
It's funny. I mean, I agree with you. I think that a lot of the whole, it seemed like there were more mentors back then, and now there's camps and classes. And you kind of miss that personal one-on-one sometimes with the bigger organizations. That being said, there's a lot of amazing mentors out there and a lot of amazing courses and all that kind of stuff that's spectacular. But yeah, I think you're right. Some of the personalities gotten taken out of some of it.
Yes, it's just like, go hang out with us, go like back in the day, after the dropzone finish, sit by the bonfire, drinking a beer, man, listen to their stories.
It's a big damn deal.
I learned so much.
Well, that was the point behind starting this podcast. It was supposed to be a bonfire chat. Exactly what you'd hear if you sat down next to the bonfire after a day's jumping, listening to a couple of people shooting the shit about the day's jumping or whatever the fuck else came up, all obviously tied to the community in skydiving.
Yeah.
So this was kind of that idea. And I get a lot of feedback from either jumpers that have retired and stopped jumping quite a while ago or are just coming up in the sport doing exactly what you're saying, which is listening to the stories. Because one of the coolest things is you have somebody like you or somebody like Omar or Craig Gerard that comes and sits in a fucking toilet with me to have conversations about the good old days, but they're humble and really giving with their time and their experiences and all this stuff. And people learn a lot just about skydivers going, wait a second. That guy's one of the innovators. This guy's a world champion, and he's humble, and he's nice, and he's laughing and having fun, and it becomes this amazing. Wait a second, these people are approachable, and it's super cool. That's the bonfire thing is a big deal. I think a lot of that seems to have gone by the wayside. Yeah,
it's sad because we don't see that anymore.
Sure,
I wish we have more bonfire. We have more kids around. So
sure, Sure.
To guide them to be safe.
Absolutely.
Take your heads out of the water.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, what's your advice to the old guys that are bored?
Oh, man. A person like me, you say? Don't give up. It's still good life in skydive community, even with the young punks, full of internal time. Full of themselves.
Sure.
You still have every dropzone. You still have old timers like me.
Oh, yeah. One of the best pieces of advice I had somebody give to the old timers was go find something you suck at. Do something new. Try, get out of your comfort zone. If you're like, a lot of the older jumpers that have never tried a wingsuit, go try wingsuit. If you've never free flied, try free flying. If you've only been a free flyer, go out and try belly stuff. Try changing it up. Do something a little bit different. And then if you're still burned out on it, well, then it's time to take a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good advice.
Yeah.
Do you remember who was that?
I don't. I don't. We're not getting any younger, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
I just got a real reality check with my age. I had to get a COVID test a little while back just as a precautionary for work stuff. And my COVID test was free because I'm over 50.
Where did you get that?
Right? Yeah, I'm like, and it was funny because the girl at the counter was trying to flatter a little bit and said, "Oh, you don't look like it." And I'm just shaking my head with my gray beard going, "Yeah, thanks." I appreciate that. I'm like, but this is going to be a milestone. This is the first time I've gotten something free because I'm too old. Well, with that said, Maha, man, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and shoot some shit. I want to get some more stories in the future from you, but I really appreciate your time.
No problem, brother. Thank you very much for having me here in your
All right, brother.
podcast.
Blue skies.
Blue sky, bro. Black Death.
Well, there you have it. Another episode of the Lunatic Fringe podcast brought to you, as always, by, well, wait, not as always, actually. Brought to you now by Gyro. Formerly known as NZ Aerosports, you'll head to gyro.com for their next level line of canopies. By Pussfoot, the Extreme Sports Collective. Head over to pussfoot.com to check it out. By Summit Parachute Systems, check out summitparachutesystems.com to talk to Jarrett Martin and the gang about kick-ass pilot rigs, rigging courses, and more. By Flyaway Indoor Skydiving, go to flyawaytn.com and check out all the cutting-edge stuff to come. By Pure Spectrum CBD, head to purespectrumcbd.com to check out their wide range of CBD products. And as for us, head to the lunaticfringepodcast.com to listen to any of the hundreds of episodes currently available, hit the link for our YouTube channel, pick up your copy of the Lunatic Fringe book or The Accidental Stripper, and get a sneak peek at upcoming guests. Once again, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Damn.